You just finished the pitch. The science is undeniable. The investor asked incisive questions, and as you shake hands, they say they'll be in touch. 2 weeks pass. Then the email arrives, a polite pass, wishing you the best of luck. The actual funding decision happens somewhere else entirely, not in the meeting you spent months preparing for. Founders routinely pack their slide decks with dense, chronological timelines of experiments, designing the entire presentation to impress the single person sitting across the table. But early-stage biotech investors evaluate risk and potential value using metrics that look very different from a standard growth-stage software fund. By designing a presentation solely for that first conversation, you leave the investor completely unequipped for the real battle ahead. The actual checks are cut behind closed doors at the firm's investment committee. Seed-stage venture capital operates on a specific framework known as the Champions Rule. Instead of seeking a unanimous group consensus, firms rely on a single partner to advocate for an outlier deal. This flowchart maps the venture capital decision process. Look at the investment committee review bottleneck. Your champion must stand before skeptical colleagues and convince them to deploy millions. They have 2 minutes to articulate your clinical thesis, milestones, and exit before the window closes. Information decays rapidly in this room. The partners are actively looking for a reason to pass, so they can move on to the dozens of other deals waiting in their pipeline. If your champion hesitates on the why now, or gets bogged down explaining a complex mechanism of action to a room of generalists, the deck is closed and forgotten by Friday. A successful pitch deck functions as a defensive script, providing the exact language your champion needs to survive the investment committee. The reason so many biotech pitches break down in that second room comes down to a complete mismatch in financial language. Founders tend to pitch additive science, a chronological list of interesting experiments they want to run next. But look at this RNPV equation. This is how investors calculate early-stage assets. Clinical, regulatory, and manufacturing risks multiply together. A weakness in one variable severely depresses the outcome. Resolving the highest leverage uncertainty creates an exponential spike in the company's valuation. Because of this, the primary question the investment committee asks is, which specific high-leverage risk does this check eliminate? If you outline a broad series of experiments, you are pitching a research program. If you show exactly how this capital removes a targeted developmental risk, you are presenting an investment opportunity. A deck built on scientific curiosity rather than targeted risk reduction will fail the committee's math test every time. The gap between a polite rejection and a funded deal is building your narrative specifically for the people you will never meet. You can test your own deck right now. Hand it to someone outside your company and time how long it takes them to accurately explain your business back to you. If they struggle to summarize it quickly and clearly, a VC partner will certainly struggle when defending it to their colleagues. Translating that complex science into a defendable investment logic requires a specific framework. This is our $497 pitch kit. It includes a VC-ready 16-slide pitch deck built in Canva, offering 2 distinct aesthetics: tech-forward and clinical professional. These themes are engineered specifically to translate dense scientific timelines into the precise metrics venture capitalists use to calculate risk. The core of the kit is the slide-by-slide VC instruction guide. It's a 16-page consulting manual built entirely around real investor psychology, showing you exactly what your champion needs to say and what you need to cut. It is available for a one-time fee of $497. There are no recurring subscriptions, and it includes free access to all future upgrades. Translating science into an undeniable investment case turns a project into a funded company. Arm your champion and own the room you aren't in.